Have you ever felt like you've been buried by setbacks? Like every door that's shut in your face was proof you weren't meant to succeed? Let me introduce you to the Joseph principle. The idea that adversity doesn't bury you, it plants you. And if you trust the process, you'll realize those very hardships are preparing you to do something greater. In this video, we're going to talk about how your past failures can become your greatest business assets, why delays aren't denials, they're divine development, and how struggles refine your entrepreneurial calling. So let's dive in. Let's start with this. Failure is not final. Joseph in the Bible was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown in prison. But every one of those failures, they taught him leadership. They built his character. They were setting him up for the palace. In business, maybe your launch failed. Your ad flopped. Your product didn't sell. But what did you learn? You learned how to pivot. You learned what your audience doesn't want. And you learned where your systems were broken. Every failure contains seeds of wisdom, and if you plant them, they'll grow into strength. Here's something I might suggest. Keep a failure journal. Every time something goes wrong, write what you've learned. Over time, this becomes a blueprint for your future success. We live in a microwave world, but God works in slow cookers. Joseph spent 13 years in waiting. He didn't rush the process. He trusted it. And that made him ready for the moment Pharaoh called on him. Here's what I've learned. Just because it's not happening now doesn't mean it's never going to happen. Sometimes the delay is preparation. God might be developing your character before giving you the platforms. He may be creating space so your message can meet the right people, and not just anyone. Entrepreneurship is as much spiritual as it is strategic. Trust that every delay is divine. When you're feeling stuck, ask yourself, what is this season trying to teach me? What weakness is being strengthened? What skill is being sharpened? Write it down. This is not a pause, it's a prep. You can only lead people through storms if you've walked through a few yourself. Joseph didn't end up in leadership because he wanted a title. He ended up there because he served faithfully in the shadows. In business, you may feel unseen right now. No likes, no sales, no big wins. But this is where your calling is being refined. Struggles give you empathy, perseverance, perspective, and most of all, clarity. You begin to see what you're really called to do, not based on trends or money, but on purpose. Your story becomes your strategy. Your scars become your selling point, and your message becomes a movement. The Joseph principle is this: what others meant for evil, God can use for good. In business, what looked like a dead end might just be your training ground. Your failures don't disqualify you. Your delays don't derail you. And your struggles don't define you. They refine you. They strengthen you. And they prepare you for a business that impacts lives, starting with your own. So plant those painful lessons. Nurture your faith and watch your purpose grow. If this message spoke to you, drop a comment below. What adversity are you turning into strength right now? And grab my free ebook in the description below for more mindset and marketing insights with the 2 courses I promote. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because we're just getting started. And remember, God doesn't waste pain. He repurposes it for purpose. You've got this. See you in the next video.